guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you like and subscribe. And today I bring everything I wish I knew before going to sophomore year. For a little context, at 15 I moved 1,000 miles away from home to go to school at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. So this is a boarding school. I basically lived there by myself. I was raised independent, but I was still dependent, so I knew how to do a lot of things. I was very outgoing as a child and still am. I mean, look, I'm just talking to myself in front of a camera. At a young age, I've always done my own doctor's appointments. I've gone into the doctor's office and all of that, but there was also things that I was very dependent of my parents from, like taking me places or doing my laundry and stuff like that. So going into IMG, I had to learn how to do all of these things by myself. Sophomore year was a very hard year for me as well. So these are things that I wish I knew before going into sophomore year. I know everyone's situation is a little bit different, but I feel like this still applies to absolutely everyone. First category is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. A lot of growth happened getting out of my comfort zone, and this is something that you will be grateful for at the end of sophomore year, is getting out of your comfort zone. Your normal routine, it's gonna change your life. And tip number one is say yes to opportunities that scare you. So in 8th grade, I took the decision to leave the school where I've literally grew up in and have all my friends there to go to a sports school for freshman year here in Puerto Rico. And then after that, after leaving the people I knew, I had to take another tough decision, just leaving the whole island. If I didn't take the risk of leaving, I would have never got to where I am right now. Number two is be the first to introduce yourself. Don't be scared of being outgoing, and just don't be scared of like, oh, me, what will they talk about me? No one cares. No one cares. In high school, everyone is just focused on their own thing, and the people that are just focused on everyone else are people that don't have a plan. Join a club, sport, activity. I had the opportunity to go to some school event. I would go. I met so many people out of it, and I got so many good memories of it, and they are definitely one of the highlights from sophomore year. So don't wait until you feel ready. Just do it. Never a perfect moment. You're just gonna keep putting it off. Or is learn to laugh in the awkward moments. Like, guys, it's literally high school. High school is, unfortunately, it's awkward. It's a little embarrassing sometimes, and embarrassment is going to happen, or moments where you say the wrong thing or accidentally do the wrong thing or wear the wrong thing. It's going to happen, and sometimes you're just going to have to learn to live with it and be awkward, and just your life is not going to end. This is going to be my last tip. I literally just thought about this, talking about this. It is, what is the worst that could happen? My biggest advice on this, it's simply like, what is the worst that can happen if you take a risk and do that thing that you're scared to do? The worst thing that could literally happen is just you failing and not succeeding, and that's okay. Sometimes it's gonna happen. So yeah, just do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? For this category, your habits talk more about your motivation. So be disciplined. That is something that I had to learn the meaning of this year, and I definitely got so much more better at it. So I know balancing school and sports is super hard. I'm not going to say it isn't, because it is. Number one is use Google Docs or a planner. This literally helped me be organized so much. Obviously, with me not just having class, but also having sports during the same day that are mandatory for me to attend, and, you know, be able to manage my day. Number two, find ways that work for you while studying. A method that worked for me was literally talking to myself about the subject. That is literally how I learned about everything about history. Number three is ask your teachers for help. Literally, when I tell you, as an athlete, having a close relationship with your teachers is going to help you so much, because you sometimes have to miss school, or you sometimes might be a little late for school because you had some softball thing, or help you so much. And now reflecting, that helped me a lot during this whole year. And just being nice to teachers. Teachers aren't there to just be mean to you, or there are some teachers that I know some cases are like, oh, but for me, I'm so thankful this year that was not the case. Last but not least, time management is absolutely everything. There were many times where I had essays, but I also had a softball game that weekend, that same week, or I had practice, and I had another event right after school. Give yourself enough time and you get early to things, so that way your day won't be like mixed, or oh, I'm gonna be late to this because but if you're ever late, make sure you communicate well with your coaches or your teachers. Make sure you communicate well. Communication is very important. Actually made me be more communicative okay, now we're going into the good stuff. Friendships. The people that you surround yourself is the people that reflect on yourself. So choose friends who support your goals. The big one, and that is don't force friendships. I definitely went through this year, trying to maybe really want to be a part of this group, wanting to be friends with this person. Just don't force it. Don't try to make a friendship work that just isn't working because you and the person just don't have similar interests or don't have the same personality and you guys just clash. Number 3, don't get involved in unnecessary drama. Like, if it's not about you, they're not talking about you, they're not saying anything, nothing is towards you, you weren't a part of it, just don't look for it. Don't try to be a hero and, save the drama. Just don't be a part of it. Be kind to everyone because you never know who you will need. Kindness literally takes you a long way. My 5th tip, and this is one is in my top, I wish I knew before sophomore year, and that is focus on quality over quantity. I'm a person who I was always used to being kind of like in big groups of friends. I had a few good friends, and going from having a lot of friends to just a few good friends, it was kind of hard to me because I was so used to going around in groups. On the quality of your friends instead of just having a bunch of friends that they're not good friends to you or loyal to you. And yeah, this next category, we're going to talk about mental health. This year I realized I wanted to be a sports psychologist. Working on your mental health is very, very important, so I want to talk about that. One is give yourself grace on hard days. Sometimes you have hard days, and sometimes you just don't need to push yourself even more than you've been pushing yourself. Like, yourself being like, oh, I need to make this perfect because if not, like, the coach is going to be mad at me. Just give yourself grace. If you failed that one time, take a reset, get back in your space and go into the next rep. Like, just give yourself grace. I know sometimes it's really hard, especially in a competitive sport. Number 2, and this is a really important one, is celebrate the small things. I am a really big believer of celebrating the little things. Celebrate you getting a good grade in that math quiz. Celebrate that you didn't hit a foul ball at practice. The little things that you did good that day and not just like the thing that you did wrong. Number 3 is don't compare yourself. Everybody's process is very different. Not everyone is going through the same thing, taking the same classes. When you start focusing on your own progress and not on the progress on the person beside you, you're going to tell the difference in your progress. This is a you versus you type of thing, not a you versus them. It's a you versus you, because your mind is powerful, guys. It's powerful. Or kind of like obvious, and that is raising your hand in class. Raising your hand in class is important. Teachers love when students are engaged and they're leaders in class. And it's just important to just raise your hand, ask a question. Stop worrying about what everyone thinks. No one cares if you accidentally said the wrong thing or pronounced the wrong name. Just know something. Half of the time, people only worry about the stuff that they did and not what the other person did. So keep that in mind. Number 3, trust yourself more. This year, I had to learn how to just trust myself, because sometimes half of your hesitation or your confidence is simply because you don't trust yourself. It's simply because you just don't trust your own judgment. Start trusting your own judgment. Up next, we got start thinking about your future. Guys, you're literally in sophomore year. Sophomore year, you got 3 years left of high school. Sophomore, junior, and senior. Sophomore year is preparing. Junior year is working your butt off. And senior year is just staying applied and seeing the fruits of your hard work. One is get involved with extracurriculars. They help a lot, and do, community service. Number 2 is build connection with teachers and coaches. You'll need them because you're gonna need references from, if you're an athlete, from both coaches and teachers. Number 3 is start keeping track of your achievements. So if you got honor roll, make sure you write that down, and also keep them. They're really nice to look back to, but they're also really good for your resume, showing that you got honor roll or you won this award, stuff like that. It's like kind of like a 2-in-1. Explore careers that interest you and start looking into colleges that you like. For me personally, this year, it was kind of a more just like deciding on which major I wanted to go through, you still have time to change it, but start thinking about what you want to study and based off your college interests on that. If you do play a sport, then you have to also see the level that you want to play at, with also the academics that you want. The last category of this video, and this is kind of like health and balance. This is very important, and just as a student in general, but as an athlete, it's extremely important. So, number one is prioritize sleep. I learned this second semester. First semester, I was kind of like, just sometimes I would go to bed late, sometimes I would go to bed early. But second semester, I really got into, going to bed at 10:30 so I could sleep my 8 hours. And only the days I had first period off, I would go to bed a little later, like maybe 11, but that's it. Really prioritize your sleep because you're gonna need that energy for your whole day. Number two is stay hydrated. Self-explanatory. I literally just got KFC delivered, so I had to take a quick stop to go and get my food. Really important is take recovery seriously. Those things, but sometimes your body genuinely just needs to rest, because if you're gonna do some type of work on recovery day, make it be mobility or make it be a light 15-minute jog just to get out, just to get your body moving but still get in the recovery time. Go get an ice bath. To end this video, all of these tips are a lot of things I went through this year, and they're completely normal during sophomore year, and just enjoy it. Say yes to going to that football game and meet new people, and just have fun. Sophomore year, you're halfway done through high school. Give yourself the best high school experience, and yet still be a very applied student and be a teenager. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys would like more videos like this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Love you guys.